What's going on, y'all? Y'all are tuned to WKCR New York, WKCR HD. This is 89.9 FM. And we're joined here with the artist that you just heard off the unreleased album. What's going on, Zach?
Who are some of your contemporaries that inspire you? Like, who are some other, hip-hop, New York, underground rappers?
Peers?
Yeah, peers.
Talk
about them.
Yo.
Say what's up.
Wagwan, it's me.
Yo.
What up?
Yo.
What's
your name on all platforms?
You was about to talk about my album? You was about to talk about
Shout it out, bro.
You was
Shout
about
it
to talk
out.
about my album that just dropped. I just dropped the album. It dropped today, actually.
Shout out the album.
Yeah, word.
What's the
Shout
name
out.
of it, bro?
For the Love of.
For the love of him. What's your artist name? Where can I find you?
They Love XV. It's like a pimp named Slickback. You gotta say the whole thing.
They love XV. For sure.
XV. Andre Lawrence.
Yep.
We had a collective called Blank Canvas. It's no longer a thing. And a lot of people aren't aware of that, but it's no longer a thing just because of like internal issues with just people. But yeah, Blank Canvas was really a big thing. Love Kelly also, just on the fashion tip and like just how I'm trying to like move in the city. You know what I mean? Like he's a guy that's really good at doing it big. And that's and that's really something I'm trying to do is just like maximalist culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to think of who else. And that's really just all my homies, Everybody, Ray, of course, like we all inspire each other. Steel sharpens steel,
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your most recent performance at SOBS on October 28th. Because, performing at SOBs is some big shit, bro.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Bro, SOBs was fly, bro. It was crazy, bro, just like the experience of it all. Like I've been to SOBs like thousands, like I'm not gonna say that, but I've been there mad times, and like it's just crazy because like going from like first off I just went when I was younger to like I think Flip Dinero or like some random rapper that I saw. Like I saw like Flip Dinero there when I was like 13, and then like to like going to the point where like now I'm like seeing artists and like people that I actually know. Like Andre or Bias, you know what I mean? Shout out Bias, that's another one of our homies too. Just other people that I was friends with at the time going and like being backstage now. And it's like, okay, this is fly, like, I DJ'd for my homie Lando. Shout out Lando P also. He's in Virginia right now. He used to run it up in the city, but and I DJ'd there and we signed the wall downstairs. That's like the thing, if you guys don't know, like, or for whoever that's watching doesn't know. When you go to SOBs, there's like this wall with all these like autographs of the people that have performed there. So it's like fucking Busta Rhymes and like LL Cool J, Drake, like, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick, like it's like legends in there. And like I signed it as a DJ and I went back as a performer and as a performer I was able to sign it. It was cool. It was a great experience, and it was cool to just have a full circle moment. Like, I got kicked out one time for smoking a cigarette in there. Like, it was just crazy full circle, bro. It was super dope. I think of the thing with Icarus is, like, bro, like, that's a 2-year-old song. So it's, like, he knows, bro. Like, we've had that where I think XV, I think all my friends, like, really, like, that are like really listening to the music, like they know, like that's an old song, so like that actually dropping is like a really like just big deal to like me and like just the people that know about that, like just and I don't really make that sound anymore, but at the time it's Ray, my brother Ray, shout out to Ray, he'd be here right now but he's in Tokyo, so we got that empty seat over there, we leaving that for Ray. he actually mixed XV's last album too, and he executive produced #swag as well, and yeah, so Ray, he produced that track too, and we were just listening to mad like Echo 2K, like Blade, weird like experimental stuff. So that's why it's like more processed in like a digital, crazy like auto-tuney type of thing, ambient, no drums type. But it's cool, it's dope. I love that song. It's like part of my heart.
So wait, you say you made that 2 years ago. Why release it now?
I think like. So first off, I had an issue on my computer where I lost all my songs. So I'm like right now reaching out to like it's like terror. So I'm reaching out to like producers I worked with and like engineers from studios and stuff, like all that, trying to get it back. But I actually think it's cooler because I'm starting a new era anyway. So it's like with this Zach Kyle's Day Off thing. So it's actually a blessing in disguise because it's a completely different sound. It's a completely different aesthetic. you know, so it's a new chapter. And I think like it was cool to have all that old music, but I wasn't dropping it. So it's like, how much did it really matter to me? And furthermore, how much did it really matter to the world? You know what I mean? Like, does it really feel that important? You know, if it doesn't, then why was I holding on to it for so long? Like, you know, so it's like, if I was willing to leave it on a hard drive for so long, then it's like, maybe there's a reason, like, you know? So with that all being gone, it's like, I'm just saying goodbye to that last chapter. I kept Icarus because it was backed up. I have a couple other songs that I might, you know, throw out of the tuck later, but like right now it's just like a new season for me, you know?
That's fire. You know, you was mentioning that like it was inspired by Ferris Bueller. Like, where did that inspiration come from?
Yeah,
It's a fire movie.
Thanks, man. Nah, yeah, that's really a movie. I don't know why I thanked you. I didn't make the movie, but I really grew up on that movie, bro. It's mad personal, so that's probably why I said thank you. But bro, yeah, Ferris Bueller, bro, like that whole just way he was able to just take his life and like finesse it, and like even when like motherfuckers would come and try and stop him, like his principles in his crib while he's skipping school, and like you know what I'm saying, he's being chased all the time, people telling him no at the restaurant, he gonna get the phone, like, you know, like the way he was able to finesse his life is really like the thing that growing up I always thought was cool about Ferris Bueller. And like even now, like as I'm getting older, because I am from the suburbs, even though technically Ferris Bueller wasn't from the suburbs, he lived in the suburbs of Chicago, and I live in the suburbs of New York. But anyway, not to get
Shout out Chicago, for real.
Chicago, yeah, bro. I actually have some homies in Chicago too, but I'm not gonna shout them out. Yeah. Shout out Chicago, no, for sure.
But more on the album though. On Paul's Relief, I think the second song, you mentioned you have that bar. You actually split it right before we started recording. But about the fact that you play guitar, or that you play guitar, but you're better at piano or something.
No,
play
I'm
piano better at guitar.
Bro.
That's what you said. Did you
so bad at piano, bro? It's like bad. Bro. I was failing that. So we went to the Rock Nation school. A lot of me and my homies. I think XV you went too, right?
I'm a high school dropout.
XV said he's a high school dropout. And CJ outside, he produced Out My Body as well. That's my brother. CJ and I and a lot of the Blank Canvas people, we all went to Rock Nation, the Rock Nation school at LIU in Brooklyn. And what was the question that you asked? Because it had something to do with it.
I was about to ask if you
Oh, I had a fucking piano class at that school, and I failed that shit first semester, second semester, and I was about to fail it again third semester, but I dropped out. So
yeah, that was probably the right call.
I didn't get to fail it at third.
But hey, guitar though. But guitar. So did you I was curious if you played any guitar on the album, / if you wanted to tell us a little bit more about the production on the album.
Yeah, so I didn't play any guitar on that album. I have stuff that I have played guitar with that'll come out eventually. My homie Tacoma actually produced that. And Tacoma, it's crazy because like you see all these people, and he was supposed to be here today too, but he had some family stuff. But Tacoma, it's crazy to like just think about that whole like story, because he came out of nowhere with just like beats that like changed like my whole like steez, you know? And like it was crazy because like I was on this swag New York like wave that I was doing, and then the summer came and my birthday came, and I went away to sleepaway camp. And like I used to go to sleepaway camp when I was a kid. I decided to be a counselor because I'm not going to be a kid anymore. I'm 20. Like, you know, there's not that many more years you can go do that. So I went and I did it the whole summer, and it was just crazy, man. And coming back, like, with that headspace, I just wanted a new sound, and it was just, like, magic. And Tacoma came out of nowhere with beats that, like, changed the whole vibe. It was dope. It was great. Shout out to Tacoma, bro.
Shout out to Tacoma. The production was definitely lit on that
I wish he
record.
was here, bro. He's a dope guy. He's got like a flat top like the 80s.
Oh yeah.
And he's like a quiet kid, but he just understands like just the vibes, you know.
No, I was feeling the beats was very hip hop.
Yeah, like
very
real,
rooted in hip hop.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
What I'm saying, like real, like deep. Pause.
Definitely. Not on that pause shit, but
yeah, my fault.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
bro, I'm just saying, like, bro, like it's New York, bro. Like I'm not trying to get caught lacking. They gonna clip me, bro. Like I don't want no fucking Zach Kyle crazy clips on the internet.
I don't know if they gonna clip you
WKCR, like you know what I'm saying? Really, I know how it goes. But what was
Yeah,
that?
we want to move into
Have our shows been clipped yet?
I don't know. I
Honestly,
think we're still waiting on that.
shit,
Maybe you
start
could be the
clipping
first.
us, bro.
I'm not clip farming today.
Please,
We can
start
do
clipping
another
us.
one where I'll clip farm the whole time. I'm not,
You know, you was talking about, you know, how you was feeling like, you know, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
You know, it was biting your
Yeah.
flow with this
Yeah.
and the swag era, bro. Like,
We gotta talk
that's
about
fucked up. Like, why you feel like that, bro?
I did want to talk about Justin Bieber just because, like, at the end of the day, bro, like, I was doing swag in 2024 that summer, and we ran it up. We called it the hashtag swag summer.
Okay.
That was, like, my whole thing.
Okay.
And then, out of nowhere, Justin Bieber decides he's going to do a swag era, which is cool. I'm not saying I, like, invented the word swag, you know, or, like, invented the concept of being an artist with swag. But what I will say is it was crazy timing because it was like the height of the swag shit. He dropped that. And then me and my homie Ray, who executive produced the first one, we decided we wanted to do swag 2. And then that nigga dropped swag 2 after. So we couldn't
It's
do
not
it.
crazy to say that he got someone on his team, like,
Sniping, right?
They're trying to snipe,
Scouting
trying to
the
poach
underground.
some shit.
So what was cool was it was perfect to get out of the swag aesthetic. Everybody's trying to do swag. Everybody's trying so hard to be cool. Nah,
So you feel like, you know, you might be responsible for part of the wave that happened.
I don't know. That's like a shot in the dark. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, I didn't invent swag, but I do think that sync up.
But at the very least,
crazy.
you know, you were on that a little bit earlier than the mainstream.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
That's not crazy to say.
that's
it's
not
not
crazy.
crazy.
It's not
It's
that
not crazy to say
I
that-
was definitely early to the wave.
And at least you was like campaigning that swag
Yeah,
shit.
that's true. I was parading it.
Wait,
It
so
was
what does
crazy.
hashtag swag mean to you?
Hashtag swag, it was just representative of like just the digital era that we live in, where it's like everybody, and I feel like now, even like now that I've progressed past it, it's even more so like just like a time capsule of like a person that like grew up on the internet and like really just like embraced internet culture, like more than like people were doing this New York boom bap, all my friends around me, you know, doing like real boom bap stuff, and I didn't care for it at all, and I didn't really try to, like, and not that I don't care for it at all. I grew up in that, of course, but like it was another example of me embracing a true aspect of my personality, but it wasn't my whole personality. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I'm not.
I mean, you've been teasing it sort of all night.
Nah, yeah, but we got
Like
dressed elephant.
quite honestly,
Yeah.
you know, you texted me about it. You say you want to come on the station,
Yeah.
talk about this.
Yeah.
So
So there's a
you
lot
were a part of the organization collective called Blank Canvas.
What the fuck happened, bro?
You got it. Let's get into it. Where do you want to start, bro?
I like niggas been wondering.
We got time.
So
We definitely got time.
Very,
So
like,
yeah,
yeah,
tell
like-
us everything, bro. I want you to
Nigga, we
break
locked
it
in.
the
We got our
fuck
popcorn,
down,
bro. We
my
ready.
nigga.
Alright, so the whole story.
Yes.
XV said, "Tell us everything."
We're trying to hear it all.
So what happened with Blank Canvas, bro? And it like hurts, bro. It really hurts because there was so much love, you know, in that crew.
Where is the love?
It's
Where'd it
still
go?
around for sure. Like what he said, yo, XV sent me or did a verse the other day in the studio. It was the band is banded. What'd you say? Can you say it?
I don't know what I said. Why you want to?
Yo, he said the band is banded, but the real stay hand in hand or some shit, and it's true. What'd you say? Can you tell him what you said?
Nah, that was pretty much what I said.
Thank you. Yo, but they're like, what you mean, man? But he said the band is banded, but the real stay hand in hand. And I'm not gonna lie, when he said that, I was like, damn, I didn't really even think about it that way. Blank Canvas may be dead, but Blank Canvas is still here though.
Wait. So there's people in the room that were a part of Blank Canvas.
Me?
So like dead. I don't know anything about this. So
Okay.
you need to like break it
Okay.
down because Blank Canvas is a collective.
Yeah. So Blank Canvas, it was a collective. We had singers. How many people were in? Like 20 people? Like way too many people. But it was like a 20 person collective is what I'll say. Artists, graphic designers, singers, rappers, DJs, fucking photographers, videographer, like all types of people that multidisciplinary creatives, so like people that did it all, like, you know, and engineers. So yeah, it was crazy. And the wave that we had with that, it was created by our brother Andre Lawrence. Shout out to Dre.
Shout out Dre, man.
and what the point was to even the playing field across just like a group of people that like were sort of each other's peers originally, but we became friends and dare I say family at one point. And I just think that like the inevitable fall of Blank Canvas was there were too many personalities is what it was. There were too many people that were raised certain ways and didn't see eye to eye with other people's morals. There were people that just didn't like each other from the start. And you found that out over time. You know, there was like it was crazy because there were enough people in the collective to really like give you a glimpse of almost every type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like obviously I'm not gonna say we had like every type, but definitely every personality type. You know what I mean? So it was interesting to see like not only like in the come up, but in the downfall, how each person reacted. You know, and the downfall really happened at the end of the day. Like there was a situation with me, and I'm not gonna say any names. There's a couple names I'll say, but I won't get too into it. But there was a situation with me and a friend of mine, and it was regarding this girl. Long story short, we hashed it out. There was no sexual relations had on my part, which was really the issue.
What?
So basically, my homie was messing with this girl. My homie was messing. I'm gonna say it. My homie was messing with this girl, right?
Okay.
And it was a conflict of interest because I'm light skinned and I pulled up on some light skin shit, and I was young.
How is that a conflict of interest?
It was just a conflict of interest, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like it was this girl that he was messing with that I shouldn't have been trying to mess with. And I'm young, you know what I'm saying? I was stupid from Jersey, and I made a mistake, you know what I'm saying? And long story, exactly. And I learned from the mistake. We went and we got dinner, we hashed it out, and everything cool.
So you hashed it out with the homie.
With this homie.
So
we call this homie
101 man to man.
Quick time frame, because you got to realize that the listeners don't know anything.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm gonna come on here. And my brand is stay true, and I'm not gonna get too crazy.
Yeah.
But my brand is stay true, and I'm gonna come tell the truth. I'm not gonna make myself look perfect to the people watching. You know what I'm saying? I got people watching now, so it's like if you want to know me, we gonna know me. Like, you know, I'm gonna talk about my mistakes. I'm gonna talk about my successes the same way. You know what I mean? And that's that.
I
So
fuck with that, yeah.
So you're gonna keep it a buck.
So I'm gonna keep it a buck. I told you guys I made this mistake, and that's the truth. And we hashed it over. I learned from the mistake, and we'll never make the mistake again.
So from that, what happened?
So what happened next was just an air of toxicity between Blank Canvas. There were a lot of people picking sides. There were a lot of people
Picking sides on what?
I feel like with the collective of people that were so close to each other, and like it's like brotherhood, camaraderie. There were girls obviously part of it too, so it was just like a collective camaraderie for each other. I feel like when people get so close to each other, it's easy to like live vicariously through each other. And so like when I see something happen to another person that I don't fuck with, then personally I feel offended by it. You know what I mean?
Wait, explain that.
Just like as a collective, that was how it was. It was like yo, so and so ZK did that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and from that, outside of our collective, there became drama, and I'm not gonna talk too much on that, but and that's actually all I'll say about that. But there are people outside of our collective that started to hear about it and felt away and came and told me about it. And let me know that they didn't fuck with what I did. And I think that, interestingly enough, the situation was hashed with me and the people actually involved. And I think that this whole like mentality of like caring for other people is a little bit invasive, and it's a little bit unnecessary. You know, I mean, it's a city full of people that are their own person. You know?
So you think, and this is just me trying to like get what you're saying. So you think you hashed it out with the guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then there was people that came to you outside of this whole shit, outside of Blank Canvas, that came to you, and they heard through somebody else's story.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened between you and this guy?
Yeah, and
so you didn't get a chance to tell your story.
Yeah, it's a game of
So this is
telephone,
a
bro.
chance. Yeah, this is a chance for you to tell your story.
I think. Well, first off, what I want to say is, I think that the issue really comes down to the fact that like there are people that are trying to appeal to other people, you know. So it's like we live in a city where, like it or not, it's a popularity contest, and in an era, matter of fact, where it's a popularity contest, and I think that there are certain people that are waiting for the trickle down economics of clout to hit them, so they think if I associate myself with bro. With this, is my brother GMV right here. He make beats and shit. He's the homie.
What up, bro?
Shout out to him. I grew up.
You
with
want to
him.
shout yourself out on the mic?
GMV, GRENVE.
If I kick it with bro, right, then I'm gonna get this trickle down, or if I hang out in this space, then people will view me in this light, like you know. And I think because of that, people kind of just act irrationally in the pursuit of clout. You know.
So where does that connect?
So how that connects is I'm gonna just say it, bro. And I don't feel it. I don't
Be
feel
honest,
like it,
bro. You
I
good.
mean, I'm dancing around it, but at the end of the day, like,
Keep it a buck.
there's a rapper that won't leave me alone, bro. And I'm surprised why, because he's supposed to be the
What do you mean,
face
leave
of
you
New
alone?
York. He's supposed to be the face of New York, you know. And
What do you mean he won't leave you alone?
just taunting me, you know, online. And I've tried to let it slide, like it won't happen. But the inevitable truth is Lord Skull is his name. And unfortunately, like, I used to be friends with him, you know, and there used to be like a whole friend group that we had. There used to be love for each other. We used to look pause, but like, you know what I'm saying? Friendship.
That's
and
not a pause.
Huh?
That's not a pause. It's
I mean,
okay.
like, I don't know, because the way he's dragging it right now, it might be a pause. But anyway, the point is, I used to be a friend of Lord Sko's, and when he came and violated not only an aspect of friendship or even former friendship, but just morality as a human being, to me, I realized a lot about not only myself and the type of person I am, but just a lot about everybody else around me, you know.
Before we go any further, I just have to say this because it's a radio. This is WKCR. We are not picking sides on this matter.
Yeah.
You did just accuse somebody else of violating your morality as a human.
No. What I'm
So,
saying is
I mean,
socially.
you can get into that. You can express that, but I just have to let you know.
I'm just saying.
I have to let the listeners know.
Of course. I'm
As
just saying,
WKCR.
socially, right? As a rapper and as a human being, right? There are certain things in the hip hop community you don't do to people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying as morality. I was raised on hip hop values. I was raised on black values as a black man in America. I don't give a fuck if I'm from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
There's certain shit you don't do as a man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So when I say morality, right, I'm talking about values. You know, if I'm friends with a person, or I used to be friends with a person, right, that is always in the back of my mind, bro. No matter what happens, you got to do some crazy stuff. Not a situation that happened with a third party.
I feel like our listeners are probably confused. Break it down for us a little bit more.
So this rapper Lord Skull came, and on the account of another person, did the most. I'm not gonna get too into it, but he did the most.
Gang?
Huh?
What do you do?
Yeah, because like we dancing around it, bro.
Yo.
At the end of the day, what I'm really here to say is I'm a rapper, right? And people are coming to me trying to do ignorant street shit, right? And I didn't grow up on that, right? I grew up in hip hop, right? Meaning, I grew up with the values of artistry, right? I grew up with the values of truth and dignity, right? So, as a person that grew up on those values, I'm going to continue doing in this hip hop scene what I do best, which is rap, right? And rap about shit that I find true. Hashtag swag, I was living that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm with a real freak right now. She told me she trying to give it up. Like, it's funny, you guys laugh, but I was living like that, you know?
Real.
So it's like, and the second half is about my Jersey life on #swag. A lot of people don't know that, but it's about both lives, you know? So, some people, right, come, and it's not, I'm not pointing any fingers, but I'm just saying there are some people that just didn't grow up in hip-hop, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that, but in not growing up in hip-hop, there are certain aspects of being a rapper that aren't being hit on in the industry right now, you know? And one of them, mainly at the forefront of the entire industry, is truth. Sorry.
Just
Sorry,
like,
I just
yo,
want to wrap
we-
this up.
we
I just want to wrap it up.
appreciate-
At the end of the day, he tried to trick me for my spot, is really what happened. And he tried to do something to pull me down to a mentality that I don't share, right? And was begging me to participate in activity with him. Not any weird shit. It's just violent behavior, right? And I'm not a violent person. I never was, and I never planned to be, right? And I didn't let that situation or any situation in my life make me act out my body. No pun intended, but I didn't act out my body. And he tried to get me to jump the first time when he saw me face to face and was begging me to swing on him. That's what I'll say. And I didn't jump. And then he tried to get me to do it another time online on Instagram when he was taunting me when I said I was performing at SOBs, and I acted like I didn't see that shit. And he's in my Instagram comments beefing with girls, right? So it's a bunch of people that have a crush on me in my Instagram comments, so I ignored them all, right? And then he tried it again, right? When he was talking about he was going to come to SOBs and pull the fire alarm, right? And all I'm going to say is I'm not falling for the trickery. And I never planned to fall for the trickery because there's a lot of people in his camp and wherever in the world that are trying to see the downfall of what we're building here with the Zach Kyle shit and with the Burbs and with my label that I'm starting now, Windsurf Music. And at the end of the day, I'm not falling for it. You're not going to get me to jump, and I'm not getting tricked out of my spot. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah.
Yo, did y'all hear all that just now?
Yeah,
we got
Did
all
y'all-
that.
Do y'all see who just said that?
Yes.
Any person, rapper or not, that would try to have beef with this man is a bitch. I'm just like, did y'all hear that? Listen to, look at this sweet young man right here.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say I'm from the Burbs. I have Burberry glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's
Eric
like
Emanuel had.
yeah, like bro, I'm from the Burbs, right? So I'm always going to be that. And if you come and try and do something ridiculous to me, look at these, bro. Oof. Yo, these are Cole Haans, bro. Do you guys even know
Fuck
that
y'all
brand?
niggas know. Fuck y'all niggas know, bro.
Cole Haan, bro. So what I'm saying is like it's Zach Kyle, bro. Like I'm not here for that.
Okay,
And I like understand like having your character, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool, but I'm my own person. You know?
Facts.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Listen, thank you so much, Zach, coming on here, bro.
Hold on. Hold the fuck up, my
ain't
nigga.
nobody
Hold
ended-
up, gang. Hold up, bro.
Nobody
Hold
was
up.
ending the show, bro.
Hold
Relax.
up. Hold up.
Yeah, I thought you were ending
So-
it too. I was like, yo, what up? I was like, I thought it was supposed to be
We can
freestyle.
we can nip a bud. We can put a pin in this. Say we're not gonna talk anymore about it.
Yeah.
I do want to keep it a buck.
Yeah, for sure.
You did dance around a bunch of topics,
Yeah.
and the listeners might not know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you did call out a rapper.
Lord Scott.
Yes,
Yeah.
on this station. You have had multiple messages to him.
Yeah.
So
It's not really.
I just want to let you know,
be
like,
honest, it's
bro,
not
like
really a
I'm,
message.
bro.
Yo,
This we're gonna like beef is a part of hip hop,
Yeah.
straight up.
Facts.
Like we saw that with Kendrick and Drake. Like
And it was
beef
corny.
is,
I have to agree.
it was corny. It's a
but
corny part of hip
beef
hop.
is a part of hip hop.
I'm just
And,
simply saying
you
that.
know, we don't condone anything that happens outside of like the radio station, bro. Like if it gets into real violence, like you're talking about,
Well,
we
if
don't
you listen to what I'm
condone that
saying,
shit.
well, if you listen to what
But
I'm
you're
saying,
also not gonna tell us
I don't.
what it is.
I don't condone. What I'm saying right now is Zach Kyle doesn't condone violence, beef, or any of that. That's literally what I'm saying.
Okay.
The whole time that was all I was saying, and I'm not part of that. That's not my life.
Fake ended it
Yeah,
every time.
that's not my life. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm not going to indulge. Like I said, I'm not going to indulge in that mindset. I have no interest. You know. I'm not a white rapper. I'm a half white rapper. Oh yeah, he's a white rapper. Yeah.
So you beefing with a white rapper?
I'm not. He's actually beefing with me. Like I said, he tried to get me to jump the first time. I didn't jump. He tried it on Instagram, didn't jump, and he tried it when he said he was gonna come to SOBs and didn't. So it's like, what are we talking about? You know?